Alright, I'm back. Looking at more Stelle items. One thing, fly is like her mechanic. Basically, anything that's flying is CC effects are halves. So one slow would be 0.5, one freeze would be 0.5. But if it's say frozen and then starts flying, that freeze has to fall off before it triggers it, before it affects. So like if something's frozen for 10 seconds and it flies, it stays frozen until it's done being frozen. Same as slow. At least that's what it appears by the thing that's been explained. Your other item, your little items start or stop flying every 7 seconds. That seems pretty cool, pretty good. A little slow, but seems pretty cool. Also, this game almost impossible to judge items without context of the meta, what items you get. So it's kind of just like, let's look at pretty things and go, ooh, ah. Yeah. 10 shield. Cool. Ice bomb. Freeze one item. Or items. I'm assuming it gets multiple as it levels. I'd assume, based on the wording. For 0.5 seconds. This stops flying. So what if it wasn't flying? And then when this item starts flying, reload it. So it'll stop flying, trigger, fly, reload. Okay. Weird. Sirens already in the game, I believe. I don't know if it has the bottom text, but I'm pretty sure it has the top text. Slow an item 1 second, haste an item 1 second. Which I'm assuming by the S is what, as it levels, it gains more. And then multi-strike for a vehicle or property, and like on each side, so you get like 3 seconds. So wrecking ball, deal damage equal to 30% of enemies max health, and destroy an item when this starts flying. Charge at 5. So you drop it to 15 seconds if you get it flying right away. Destroy an item is probably the better part, because 30%, like I think I've said every time I've read something like this, if something has a billion shield and 10 health, you're only doing 30 damage. But their billion shield is still there, so hit the shield instead. Weather machine, 2 items start flying, freeze all items on each player board for 1 second, slow all items for 1 second. So this is nuts now, especially if you're to get this like on dually. That's gross. The drill would be like machine gun. A lot of her items would break the drill. If you get a drill, it'd be just stupid, because a lot of them do like multiple, like flashbang does everything, team hose does everything. So a lot of her items have like broad reaching effects. This is 5 seconds too, which is also kind of gross. And if everything's flying, yours is only frozen for 0.5 seconds, or theirs is frozen for a minute, and I'm assuming it goes up to 2 seconds based on the S. So all your items are frozen and slowed for 1 second. I wonder, does like freezing, I haven't really checked this. If something's frozen, does it stop the flow till it's unfrozen? Or do they just meld together? I don't know. And if any player, any being the big look at me player, freezes or slows, deal 30 damage. So, gross. Wacky looking caltrops. When an enemy freezes or slows one of your items, this is targeted instead. So basically, if I'm not mistaken, it's a lightning rod. Quite literally. If you freeze or slow, it just does this. It hits this thing. So you're completely safe as long as you have this on board. So not only would a enemy flashbang just slow this, but it would smack the enemy for each item that was slowed. Do you imagine the loop that would happen if both players had this and they were both like trying to freeze each other, or both trying to slow each other, and then this was restorative. They're basically just infinitely smacking each other, and it would come down to who has like more health at the end. Funny. It'll happen, but it'll be funny when it does. Charge adjacent item 1 second. For each adjacent flying item, cooldown is reduced by 2. You can get down to 4 seconds to charge each flying item. Seems pretty cool. That's it. Silver? I wonder what it is like diamond. Yeah, it says basically it this must increase. So maybe at diamond it's 4? To be really gross. Who knows? Ornithopter. I think I watched the reveal or somebody doing this with Magic the Gathering reference. This Ornithopter's basically something that starts or triggers instantly, I think. Or no, costs no mana. It costs no mana, I think. Yeah, it's just like an artifact. This is a small vehicle. At the start, an adjacent item starts flying. The cooldown of flying items of the item to the left of this is reduced by 1 second. So it's another one of those, like, if you want it just to trigger one item, you just slide this all the way to the right and put whatever you want beside it, and it only affects that one. It does say adjacent items, so it does both. Or unadjacent, sorry. Yeah. You just want one, put it to the far right, and you get to pick which one. But if it's between, it'll pick either or. I wonder if this side's flying and this isn't, could it tell this to fly again, or could it only tell this to fly? That's a good question. Yeah. Radar dome. It's another quest item. But this one's, I think, pretty broken. Your flying weapons have +1 multicast. Your flying shield items have +1 multicast. Your flying burn items have +1 multicast. Typically, you don't just have one. So you might have like a weapon with flying and burn. That gives it 2 multicast, so it casts 2 times. So if you get a weapon, a shield, and a burn item, you get 4 multicast. And make weapon fly, so that's really achievable because you can do it from your stash. It is gold, so how often you find it, that might be a little bit more restrictive, but seems like it's pretty broken. So if you're getting gold items, you're pretty late into the run. So you'd hope that this would all come about in like one run. Yeah. And you trigger this like twice. Damn, you can make everything double the multicast. That'd be cool. This is like the first thing that gives you a skill, target acquisition skill, which is Yote. Flying items have 10% crit, and then at the start of each day, your target acquisition skill chance increases by 2%. So I think like that's a bronze, so this might increase. So basically, the more you upgrade this, you just get a skill. Yawn, sorry. Close hat. Rerolls cost 1 less for each apparel. You imagine it's all apparel. You like rerolls for free forever. Be nice for the horrible gambler that I am at the dig site. Get an extra value out of my gold. Zagrabinator. Destroy the leftmost medium item and transform this into it for the fight. Assuming the way that this is written is it's the enemy's leftmost medium item. Assuming based on the way that it's written. So it'd suck if you came against like a potion Mac and it was like a recycling bin. That'd be bad. A lot of max items you do not want on your side because they only fit within the context of their board. So, but that being said, going forward, you want to put your weakest item on your left. Because if you run up against this, you don't want to be giving them like your best item. Using your brain. In-flight meal. Another one of those wacky items. When your item starts flying, this gains 50 health for the fight. So basically every 6 seconds you heal 50 or 100 based on the not flying. I wonder what the upgrade path is. Interesting. And if you make 50 items fly, when you sell this, you get 10% max health. So basically you want to grab this early, leave it in your stash. A lot of her stuff is like leave it in your stash and get benefit. So stash management is going to suck. Orbital Polisher. This seems good, but could be bad. Bad if you get this on anybody else. It does start at bronze, so I wonder if this decreases like the 99 items as upgrades, maybe? Or if the benefit is literally just when you sell this, enchant your leftmost small item of the same or lower tier with shiny. So if it's gold and this is bronze, it's not gonna work. If this is diamond and it's bronze, it will turn the bronze one. So it's just gotta be lower or the same. So diamond would play with diamond, but like gold won't play with something. Pilot's wings haste your flying vehicles for 1 second. Your flying vehicles have 10% crit chance. That'd be cool. Assuming that it increases more, maybe it has better crit chance. Who knows? But damn, there's a lot of these. I'll be back with more. I'm probably just gonna upload them literally all at once, but splitting up kind of makes algorithm more happy, I guess. Anyways, thanks for watching.